Hello and welcome again to aahomegardening, guys. The peaches are opening up, but I cannot see much bees around, so I'm just coming to play around with the blooms, and hopefully I will get one and two to hold on. So I'm trying to unpollinate it, guys. All I did, I took a piece of tissue, rolled it up, and then just messing around with the blooms. Guys, I should have done this from the started opening up, but I was so busy and I didn't get around to it. So that's all I do, is to just get a little something soft. It can be like a brush or anything you want, but in my case I just took a piece of tissue, roll it up because it's quite soft, and then I go through and I pollinate it, and then using the same tissue from bloom to bloom, hopefully some of the pollens will be on it, and as I move between blooms it will help to pollinate it. That's what I think, guys. This particular tree here, this is one of the younger one that I've grown from seed. So just like the ones them last year, sometime when it's the first year it does not hold on, so I'm not sure if any of these blooms will hold on for this year, but I'm still going to try to pollinate it in case it wants to give me some surprises. So I'm going to go over to the next peach over there, and I'm going to use the same brush, my same tissue, which is not really showing properly, and then use it to pollinate the ones over there. Guys, if it's even two, because I want one for myself, okay? So I'm not going to say one. So one can share for the rest of the family, one for me and me alone. So if it's even two, hold on, guys, I'll be happy. I just want to taste some homegrown peaches / nectarine, see what they taste like, because guys, sometimes you get some really nice ones in the shop, and if those are picked immature to get to us in time, because guys, they will never be fully mature on the tree before it's harvest, because they have to pick when it's green, you know, fairly full, but you have to be green to get stored, so by they get to us they're not super mushy on the shell. So for me to have them growing myself, I'm so looking forward to my fresh peaches. Let's go to the other one. So this particular one fruited last year. Last year was the first for it. It did not hold on to any. So I'm hoping, you see these are closing up, guys. I should have come and try and pollinate them before. But I'm hoping, like how this is the second year for this one, something will hold on. Hoping and praying that will be the case. And the blooms are so pretty. So they make a nice, beautiful flowers to look at in early spring, because these are one of the earliest things, quickest things to wake up when spring come about, guys. So it's so nice to have these to look at. This particular one, this one fruited last year, but usually for this one, I noticed this one normally send out the leaves and everything first before any bloom. I'm hoping it's the same thing this year, because I haven't seen any bloom yet. So I'm going to try and keep an eye on that, and hopefully everything will be fine. So I'll show you what else happening in the garden now that blooms are opening up. My carrots finally coming up, guys. So I have the carrots in that little bucket right there. So my carrots are coming up. Yes, guys, I'll be having some carrots soon. The strawberries gave blooms all through the season, guys. I can see these were some that I repot recently, and they're doing really well, guys. My pineapple guava, I kept them outdoor all winter, and as much as they were tiny, guys, these things are proper cold tolerant. So they were outside, and they have shoot up so much since the sun came out. You can see new shoot. So I expect some massive growth on these for this season. They're doing really well. Guys, my lemon, I don't remember this Mara lemon, but guys, it have died back so much from where I cut it from there. Hopefully you can see properly. These, I guess if I can see it, these two leaves here, this good branch coming up, So I just tie it up against the bamboo square here, and they're sending out new leaves and everything. They're looking good. All the citruses stayed outside for winter and are quite cold tolerant, guys. I have the kumquat over there, you have the grapefruit, you have the sour orange, you have all the citruses outside, guys, and they did superb. They didn't die back or anything. They kept their leaves all through, quite cold tolerant. And my lily pilly looking good, sending out lots of shoots, guys, lots of shoots. Wonder if I'm gonna taste this fruit this year. It's looking promising, guys. It's looking really good. I'm gonna show you what else is springing up in spring. I need to take you over to the other greenhouse where I'll show you what else is happening. And just before I go, that's the cutting of my red and black currant that I did cutting late autumn, and they all take, guys. Sometimes you do cutting and you have 10%, 20%. This was 100% success. All of them make it, guys. All of them shooting up. This was my mulberry cuttings right here. So I took some mulberry cuttings, and you can see new buds coming up. They're all looking promising. I'm not sure for these mulberry though. I have to wait until I see some root emerging, then I know they have taken, because sometime with the mulberry you can see the buds coming through and then there's no root formations. So I have to wait for those. Some elderberry cuttings, guys, so you can see the length of the amount of new growth on these. So these are some mulberry natural medicine. And then this here was some grape that I've grown from seed. You can see it's waking up, doesn't look well, but you can see new shoot coming up. These are from seed, guys, and they have survived the winter and now they're springing back up. These are some really sweet grapes. I think it was Red Globe that I got, seeded grapes, and I grow the seeds, so they're coming up there nicely. Before I go next door, guys, I just want to show you that my avocado have made it throughout winter in this uneaten greenhouse, looking better than the avocado that have overwintered indoors. So probably next year, or well, not next year, it'll be later this year when it's autumn slash start of autumn slash winter. I'll probably leave the main avocado outside, seeing that this one did so much better than the one that I kept indoor. So it's experiment, guys, and this experiment, the one that was kept outside did better. So I think I do the same for the bigger one next season. I did plant out some onions falling all over the place, and I need to come and fix them, but I had to cover them from the bird. But you can see they fall over, you can see it's rooted, so I need to come and fix them. So I just planted some onion here, put some mesh over, otherwise the bird will eat off everything. And this is the other peach that I have from seed. So this one stayed outside, the rest of them was in the makeshift polytunnel, and it's looking good. This one will not bud until probably next year, because for some reason all of my peaches bud just before the 3rd year. This was a pot of potatoes. I'm not sure if I did a video when I was doing it. I sowed these in, I think it was the first week in January, and you can see them popping up. So this is some Maris Piper's potatoes. So you can see they're popping up, and I just put some garlic in to keep off the aphids and things like that, because the aphids don't like the smell of strong garlic and things like that. Guys, this was my pomegranate that I got from the Caribbean. If you remember my video last year, I probably put a link in the description where it was just a tiny cutting last year that I was rooting, and then it started to actually put a bloom on it, if you remember. It was so tiny, but you can see it's alive, guys. It's budding back out. So I stick it in the ground. So last year when I was trying to root it, it was blooming for me. It was so tiny with a blossom on. I'm gonna see if I can include a link to the video in the description. It was super tiny. So now that it's budding back out, I think as tiny as it is, I think I may get something from it, guys. It's about, I would say 40, probably 42 centimeter. I don't know. It's tiny, just like a tiny twig. But if the fact that it bloomed last year and it was super tinier than this, it should be fine for this year. Sadly, my pepino melon, I overwintered for the second time outside, even though they say it's cold hardy and can be overwinter outside. It's in this greenhouse. Nettles and thing, I need to come and take these up. He didn't make it, but gladly I use my common sense and make sure I always have one in more, have two, one in different location in case one don't make it. So I did take cutting from this, and I have the cutting indoor that I've taken. So I will just replant this one out. It's sad because it did superb last year, guys. My pepino melon loved this location, and it did really, really well right here. All these key limes were kept outside in winter right here in that pot. You know, this greenhouse is not really protected from the element. There it is, all falling apart. So it had all the coal and everything just been protected a little from the frost, and they all survived, guys. Those are my key lime. You know, I have different size key lime. That's where one of my chocho is being overwintered. So hopefully, if the weather stays warm as it is, I'll come and remove these in probably like a week time and see if the chocho is still alive, my chayati. Here's one of the cutting of the pepino melon. Gladly, so glad I did it, guys, because the one outside have died. So there's one right there. My chayati, my chocho. Waiting to go outside. One dinner, one not that healthy. This one looking a bit yellow, but a few still alive. So I just need to go and fix it up, take it outside. So yes, guys, my chayati, I've made it, and my Cape gooseberry. So those are some of the things that's still happening in the garden. So yes, guys, and then my guava, not looking the healthiest, but as soon as I take this outside for the season, it will perk up. And this is another pepino melon that I took inside. And yeah, so there's lots of things, and this is my key lime right there as well. And guys, I'm gonna finish up on my tomato that are over winter. Can you see it? Hopefully you can see like a tomato on there. As I said, I think this is a black cream. So, and that's another set of blooms coming out there, and tomato. Hopefully you can see the tomato now, guys. My tomato farm in there. So yes, guys, there's still a lot of things happening in the garden, even though I haven't been posting much, guys. Sorry about that, but I did put up some shorts and things. I know the growing season is on this way, guys. You'll be having your videos twice a week from next week thereabouts. So thanks for being around, guys. Thanks for the support. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. Any questions, put it in the comment section, guys, and I'll see you in the next upload. Take care now. Bye bye.
Like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell.